I've got 88 minutes to film, grab food, and edit a YouTube video and have it all done, and the clock starts right now. I know what you're thinking. Why 88 minutes? Why such an arbitrary point of time? Well, there's a reason. Let me explain. You see, this weekend I wasted 88 minutes playing a single game of Clash just for the client to crap out in what was now the second weekend in a row where the in-game tournament format doesn't work. And if you need a quick reminder of what Clash is, or if you're not familiar with League of Legends, let me explain. Clash is an in-game tournament system in League of Legends, a way to escape solo queue or regular play to try and emulate what the pros do. Think of it like rec softball in a way, where it's your one chance to feel like you're playing in a very important moment, no matter what your elo is. And it only comes every once in a while, so the time that you dedicate to it, to get all your friends online and try and spend the 3 hours to play it, is very important to people. And when it doesn't work, it really pisses a lot of people off. I was lucky enough to be playing Clash with one of the guys that works at Immortals, and honestly, it was a blast of a conversation for 88 minutes, so I wouldn't necessarily consider it time wasted for me. But for others that might have been trying to play with randoms and gone through the whole hassle of trying to find a team, which is not easy in Clash, yeah, I could see why they were mad. My conversation was fun though. For whatever reason, whenever we try to play Clash over the last 2 weekends, you just can't seem to get into the next game, and it causes the experience to pretty much be ruined for anybody that wants to play it. This environment that's supposed to be incredibly positive and add to the League of Legends experience ends up taking away and making a lot of people upset, and alters from its original intention, which was supposed to be this fun experience for people. Very similar to what is the Beehive? I don't even know what this thing is called. The Beehive of Hudson Yards, opened back in 2019. It has a bunch of stairs in it that you're supposed to be able to go up and have a good time, even if it's mostly just an art decoration piece for this billion-dollar complex in Hudson Yards. But unfortunately, you can't really go up it anymore because for reasons that YouTube would demonetize, they can't have it open to the public much anymore. Almost every other game in existence right now has some sort of in-game tournament format. Fortnite has its in-game cups, Rocket League has in-game tournaments, Valorant is introducing this month its new Premier mode, which is basically a rec league in and of itself. It has a full couple weeks long regular season that feeds into a playoff system, which actually then feeds into the Valorant Champions Tour itself. You can qualify for the main tour via this in-game tournament system. The fact that League can't even run a smaller version that has no impact is a problem, a big one. And I know what a lot of people say, oh, well, esports is a small subsection of the overall gaming community. Sure, I'm not denying that. But you improve the casual experience by making sure that the ranked or competitive experience is just as good, if not better. Because then the people that don't want to be playing casual and want to be playing tryhard, that also ruin the casual experience, end up going to the competitive mode. Call of Duty's been struggling with that problem for years and finally just got a decent ranked play. I mean, they're really behind the ball, but they make so much money that it's just never going to happen. Speaking of Call of Duty, the one moment in gaming history that I can remember that is somewhat relatable to this moment is for those that played Call of Duty World War II, there was this thing called Headquarters that was supposed to be this social hub that people could engage and interact with each other. But for like the first month and a half of the game existing, it just didn't work, period.
I'm just going to assume that we can't get any orders.
Now, if this was a one-off experience, then great. It'd be fine, we move on, if we live to see another day, and it is what it is. But the problem with League of Legends as a whole lately, and specifically this year, has just been everything that fans think they can get at least a little bit excited for just doesn't happen. Barring the April Fool's event this year, and some nice updates to some champions in game, there really hasn't been much to get excited for with League this year. Starting with the lackluster cinematic, the whole tragic beginning of this year, Riot promising that more was to come, and by all means, there is still some leniency in terms of giving them time to put the right people in place, to get the right teams there, to make sure that events going forward and next steps with League of Legends are as good as they can possibly make them. But when you're still messing up the small things, like not even be able to get Clash, the thing that's been in your game for 3 years, to work effectively, then we all just are screwed at the end of the day. I don't know what event updates are coming, what changes are happening, like what is coming to the game over the next few months to years to truly revitalize all of this and get some, quite frankly, some excitement back in the community. But it just seems like it's not there. And honestly, my one suggestion I'd be saying, and I've been pitching this since 2018 when I first started playing in a third-party system that's similar to what Valorant Premier is now, put that system in League of Legends. The fact that Riot knows that people want that and are putting it in Valorant means that it needs to come to League of Legends. But quite honestly, I don't think the client can handle it at all. I think the client would crash in a heartbeat. So I'm not saying there needs to be a League 2, but the client, as many people have been asking for since the beginning of freaking time, needs to be updated. Something needs to change to make sure that the player's experience feels like there's value actually being added beyond what is just in ranked play and solo queue right now. And obviously casual or blind pick, but even that's getting changed at some point. Okay, I've got 50 minutes now to go grab food, try and get back, edit this, and hopefully all will be good. But going to my favorite spot in all of New York City if you need fast food that's good quality and good tasting very, very quickly. Do me a favor though, if you do like this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe so I know, obviously, to try and do more challenges like this that are still relatable to League of Legends, but also fun and get me out and about in the city, because as if you've never seen my content before, I love walking around and just talking. It's fun. Not there. There. Can I get a 7-piece popper basket with regular fries?
And then the sauce to go with it?
Sassy barbecue, please. Hi, guys. Hello. Okay, 36 minutes to get this edited and uploaded. If you don't believe me that I got it done in time, you're just gonna have to check my Twitter because obviously I can't upload proof into this edited video. That's it. See you on the next one. Adios.